I do think there's really, really fast ways to straighten, and I think there's really slow ways to straighten. And I think there's lots of ways to make your hair unhealthy within that. So I want to cover all of those points today. So one of them that I think is really important is the going over and over a piece. Like I see a lot of people straightening like this. And I want you to think of all the things that come from this. First of all, these pieces get really straight and these don't. These get nice and dried out and these don't. So what happens is you end up frying your face frame in the process of straightening like that. So, and the more times you go over it with the heat, the more likely you are to dehydrate the hair. Let's talk about different straightening things for Jaquel. So what I'd like to do is let's try and do the sectioning free, kind of hands-free version of straightening. Kind of hands-free. I guess what I'm trying to say is like, how can we pick up with a brush and straighten without having to set all the tools down? What I would like to do is teach you how to, do you do this when you curl? You take can you just pick up with the brush like this? So everybody, like some of the things that I do when I'm blow drying, because I don't want to set down my blow dryer every time I'm trying to re-engage with the brush and get a new section. So I've learned how to do like I call it hands-free, but that's not really, but it's like clip-free blow dry. But I just mean like if I'm taking this section, I just do this and blow dry like that. And then I can do this within that. Okay, so it's not setting down, picking up, setting down, picking up. So that's what I'm trying to say when I'm saying hands-free, because I can't think of a better term. So if you guys have one, let me know what it is, because I'm gonna need help because I haven't come up with the term for this yet. Okay, so let's try and do hands-free straightening. So what temperature do you do, Jaquel?
I usually do 375.
375, okay. So you just turned the iron on, so we'll get it going. So normally you would section. Because why? You're afraid you won't get to the...
Yeah, and that way I avoid the going over and over each piece too. So normally, I would just start with the bottom section like this, but I also always put my brush down too. Okay. I've never just tried picking it up and then...
All right, so we're gonna work at this, okay? Straight. So the first thing I want you to do is, let's go ahead and brush through like you normally would. So go ahead, Jaquel, and let's pick it up, and what we're gonna do is just pick up this piece, and then you're going to use your straightener. So you hold your straightener in the right hand? Okay. This is going to be fun. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So what you're going to do is kind of use this as your hand. So it's going to look messy. You're going to go in and you're just going to hold it, and then you're going to switch. Whoops. Sorry.
So kind of like that.
And then go back there. Now you're all set to do the straightening. Okay. So you can go through, and if it gets knotted, you just go in and do it again. Okay. How was that? Pretty easy?
Yeah, actually, that wasn't too bad.
You picked that up really quick. That was good. So another thing you can do is come in at this angle so that you're with the vertical section that you just picked up. So you can get a big chunk in the back. Get what I'm saying on that one?
Yes, I do.
Karen said, so pull it forward towards the front.
Yeah. Yep. Everything I do, my arms are never back here, like unless I'm doing like an updo in the back or doing a ponytail or something. But what I'm teaching you to do is utilize this as like, see, if you just kind of go through like this, you're just straightening it out, but you're not actually heating the hair. Right. So I'm teaching Jaquel to utilize this more as like a tongs in a way, or like another set of fingers, or an extended, you're like Edward Scissorhands, like got an extra set of fingers. This is how you change your hour regimen down to like 10 minutes, guys. And once you get familiar with it, it's like crazy different. You can see how well she's doing. Like, look at how straight that is. So she's turned to the side. See how good she's done? And she hasn't picked up. So this is her right side. So you can see how good she's done so quick without having, I mean, it would have taken her that long just to section her hair.
Yeah.
Okay. You didn't know you were going to do all this today,
No,
huh?
I didn't.
I didn't know you were either. I just came up with it. This is why I don't make plans. Because impromptu things turn out just as good. Perfect. And when you're finished with that section, right, you can actually, as you do it, you can finish it and then go to the back like that.
Oh, okay.
one of the really beneficial things I think is where your brush angle is, try and follow that. So if your brush angle was like this, or if your brush angle was like, you know, if you take it more flat like this, then you can follow that with your iron. So if you're doing more vertical, then go vertical. Great. Very good, Jaquel. Does this feel like it could be a little faster?
Yeah, this feels like it could be a lot faster. Versus sectioning every piece, putting the brush down.
And how hard is it for your kid to get burned when when it's in your iron or in your hand instead of sitting on the counter, right?
Yeah,
like
and I'm always watching when he's in there to grab it.
Yeah, because you're in there doing all, and your hands are busy, so like this, I think, changes a lot. Okay, so now within the brushing, right, so you might have missed, like what a lot of curly haired people are going to be concerned about is like missing the waves and stuff that's right at the base of the scalp, which also can help tackle Jessica's challenge, which is how do you get lift at the scalp? So what we're gonna do now, which would be better if she had her other side already done, but we'll just walk you through this process really quick. So this is going to be your last little bit. So you're going to put the brush down. Okay. So this will be like, say you had it all straightened, you'd already done your brush parting. Now you're going in and looking at the detailing part. Okay. So what we're going to do is just take this and we're going to section the center like this. Okay. And you want to take a pretty thin piece. You don't. So turn to the side and show them how thick your piece is. Watch. See how thick this is? She's got a big section this way. I want it to be more thin. Let's see. I want it to be like this. Okay. So go ahead and hold that up. Okay. Okay. So now you've got that, and you can use your one hand because you could, in theory, have like just one hand to do this. So you would go in and take your section. And then you'd use your tongs again. Okay, so now you're gonna go in and you're going to use the straightening side and just go straight up like this. That's the curling side. Switch that around. There you go.
And just go straight up?
Yeah, just kind of.
Just one.
Yeah, try and not have it at this angle like this though. Okay. Try and be more vertical with it.
Is that more vertical? Okay.
Yeah. Good. And that's it. You don't have to go over the whole piece again. You're just literally creating that lift here, and you're also straightening right at the scalp. So that will get all the things that you kind of missed when you were going too deep in the iron. So you just go ahead and do that, sectioning forward.
This side's tricky.
So when you're trying to get, so you can go up.
I was gonna say I'm used to doing that.
Yeah. So just hold it more vertical.
Curling. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm just trying to get you to line up with your brush so that you don't have like, because you're not taking horizontal sections.
Right, okay. So go in like this.
Yes, great. See, because that's the kind of angle your hair was at.
Okay, that makes sense.
So always when you can match your section that you've cut, you know, that you've took with your brush, or, you know, normally it's with your hands and you're taking more horizontal. But in this case, we're taking more vertical because of just how the nature of using one brush, how picking the hair up with the brush kind of leads you into a more vertical section. So let's do detailing for you, Jaquel. Okay. So now that you've got the whole gist, like the basic, the bulk of the work done, then we're going to go in and detail. So now we've put our brush down. So now we've got the most done with the brush. You don't really need the brush anymore. You put the brush down and you're going into just detailing. So let's do the detail pieces. So what are the things that you like? I notice, you know, you have a couple of bumps on this side. We just need to go ahead and we know how to do that.
Underneath, though, I'm sure there was some underneath.
Yep, I see a little bit underneath. And so let's go in and just do the detailing. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is take that horizontal piece.
On this side that you're talking about to get the bumps out?
Yep. Or? I would just do, like, for me, so let's try mimicking me, okay? Okay. So instead of taking both hands now, just pretend like, boom, I've set the brush down. Okay. Okay, so now we're moving into this. So just take your section on one side if you can't get all the way across and pick up both. Okay. Yep, and then do the straight up section. Okay. Good. So what did you guys learn from that? So what I took from that is she can take a huge horizontal section and go like this in and get a huge section done like that. Is that what you guys learned in that too? I never know what I think, if it's the same as other people or not. Okay, so go ahead and just take that huge front section. Yep, big, huge horizontal, and then go in and do that whole straightening. Okay, good. Now, let's see, what else do we? So maybe just take a huge horizontal section on this side, get that.
There, on this side.
Yeah, because you just have a slight like bump, so I just want to make sure we're getting that cleared up. And then now I want you to throw that to the other side. Good. Now do one more section there.
Underneath this?
Yes. Perfect. So I just want to show you guys how quickly you can do that and put it back in order. So if you just wanted to do a couple of sections like that, right? You just go like this, flip it over, go like this, and then you've got like the whole upper half done. Okay. Now let's go in and do this underneath detailing. Yeah. So you've still got it the same. So I would take this piece and I would throw the rest back over, and then I would expose just the underneath. Perfect. Okay.
Okay.
And do you see anything else?
Yep, one small piece back here.
Okay, same thing. Throw it all back. That way you're not like exposing your neck too much. Like, I mean, you're exposing your neck so that you could see it, so you're not trying to mess with the hair and not burning yourself. So my question is, and we've got like one little thing here. So I would go in, after I brush and got it in place, I would go in and just touch up the ends real quickly. So I would keep your brush and I would do, you know, whatever touch-ups you want to do on that side. Okay. Perfect.
Yep.
Good?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Well, I hope you guys learned something about straightening today. I did.
I did.
I always want to know what people don't know or do know. So what do you think that would cut for time? Like, what do you think you spend on it straightening, and what do you think that would cut for time for you?
It would probably cut it in half, I would think.
Yeah.
Probably going from 20 minutes down to 10.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed teaching you like that.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. It was a good learning experience for me.
I like it. I like it. So it'll be interesting to see how many of you pick up a brush and try the hands-free approach. Oh, that's why it's hands-free, because you're never touching your hair with your hands hardly. That's
right,
what.
Yeah.
Okay, it does work. I can say that. Okay, so hopefully that'll help you guys cut down your time and you know, styling with straightening. I think it's so important to try something different. Like, you guys wouldn't believe. I remember Savannah changed her part one day, and like it sent her on a trajectory of changing her whole entire life, her diet, like her whole way of living. I swear, everything, right, Savannah? I feel like you have really come into your own, just changing her part. And all she had a side part, and then she changed it to middle. That's why, I mean, don't be afraid to live, guys. Like, especially if you're home for COVID, like whatever, like draw attention to your hair, because boy, I mean, most of us are covering all of this, so. Yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed today's live, and join us next week. Don't forget to look up our TikTok, where we'll be, you know, giving you all kinds of good insights on little tips and tricks and things like that. Thanks for joining us. See you next week.
Ya.
Bye.